Welcome to the Mind of Millie. It's your boy Crypto Millie. I'm back with another one. We got 127 days into the next Bitcoin halving cycle, and we got to get this right, family. We have to get it right. So in today's video, I'm gonna go over a few charts. Why I feel like we're not in phase three of the bull run yet. I mean, it was just entering phase two. Shout out to my boy Crypto University. But I want to break down my own personal version of the others chart, right? The others chart. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about a few catalysts. Make sure that you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let me know if you like these type of videos, man. These, what if videos, really putting the time frame of when the official, right? Official bull run will start. Let me know in the comments when you think the official bull run will start. I'd love to know everybody's opinion. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so if we take a look at the predictions, right, for the federal rate cuts, if we swing over here to March, family, you can see that we are starting to price in a 43% chance of a Fed cut, right? A lot of people are anticipating that the Fed cannot continue to keep the rates at this height for much longer. So you're seeing this bullish momentum. No matter if we dip, continue to progress. Not to add, we have a few catalysts, but I personally think that this little rally, right? This little rally that we're having, I feel like it's a fake rally. Okay, I can go over a few charts that show you, family, on the daily that we are oversold and we have lost momentum. So again, don't let this little small little rally suck you back in before the FOMC. We got CPI coming out tomorrow. We got Jay Powell. He's going to be hawkish. He can't afford for the market to pump just yet because they are attempting to tame inflation. So I can pretty much see, and I don't want to say I can see, but again, this is just my opinion. I just don't feel like we can go just F you bullish just yet. I did a poll, and a lot of people voted on that poll. Let me actually see if I can pull it up here. Let me go to my channel, family. Hopefully the volume doesn't come on to this. Perfect. So we're going to go to the community. So we did a poll earlier today, right? And you can see I said, will Bitcoin hit 50K before the year ends? Now, I like the fact that it's kind of even, right? Usually when you see 75% say yes, okay, then I know, okay, it's time to take it's time to take a little something off the table because this could potentially be the top to the year. And I challenge everybody in the comments, when do you think do you think Bitcoin will hit 50K by the end of the year? 55% of the people said yes, 45% of the people said no. So this is kind of like a 50-50 thing, right? So the market doesn't even know how to react. I will say this, we did get some bearish news from Yellen. I thought Yellen was on our side, or Loomis, or whatever. It's like three women that's always talking negative on crypto. I can't keep up exactly who they are, but I know that she developed this crypto bill, and it's not looking like it's a bullish bill. So we still got a few things out there that could send us down, right? But yeah, normally I want to see the consensus. If it was 75% no, then okay, I would say yeah, Bitcoin is going to 50K. Or if it was 75% yes, I would say okay, we're not going to 50K. But because it's so even, we're just in an odd space, right? A lot of people are bullish, but a lot of people are getting smarter and understanding how these cycles work. So again, Ethereum, in my opinion, is overbought. Actually, let me pull up my ETH chart here. Let me see if I can actually find it. My ETH chart. So we had the ETH chart, and we also had the others chart. So we can actually swing over to the ETH chart. You can see the momentum is flying down. We're overbought. Many people think that this rally that's happening right now, they're thinking altcoins are rebounding, but they're not paying attention to the stock RSI on the daily. And of course, a lot of this information is lagging. So we could definitely go down a little bit further. I would be anticipating the stock RSI to reset. So like I said in my private group, I'm not really making any moves before the FOMC meeting. Maybe a few crap coins, meme coins, because they really don't get affected, especially the lower cap ones. They really don't get affected by what's happening in the macro environment. But anything like blue chip, mid cap, small cap, micro cap. I'm kind of like picking my positions right now as we head into this volatile week. But let's get into this chart. And I want to focus on the other chart on the weekly, right? I pretty much drew out what I was seeing. I actually want to expand this for you guys, okay? So even if we go out, if we go back in history, right? Because I know a lot of people ask me about the last chart, and if I back test it, we're just gonna go back to 2016, right? You can see here after the halving cycle, and this is the altcoin market. I'm not focusing on Bitcoin, right? I'm focusing on the altcoin market, right? So this is my chart that I created on the others. This is the altcoin market excluding the top 10. So no stable coins, none of the top 10 dominant altcoins. This is, pure altcoin degen type chart, okay? We traded 224 days until we went parabolic. Now, I know it doesn't look like much, but this is like the first really, bull run, right? Of course they had one before this, but this is like the one where people were really started to pay attention to altcoins, right? So you can see here 2016, before we actually went parabolic, we traded sideways in the altcoin market 224 days. Now that doesn't mean that there won't be certain altcoins popping off, right? The strongest ones in the market will pop off. We're seeing it from AVAX, and if you want to go to the small caps, we're seeing it from projects like Lit, Check Dot, Microcap. So there will be Joystream, right? There will be projects that pop off, right? But the general consensus is that we normally trade 224 days sideways until we see that parabolic run, right? Okay, so let's say you're not convinced by the first chart. Let's go to the previous halving cycle, 2019, 2020. You can see here before we started our parabolic run, we traded sideways for 238 days, right? So we went, we didn't really have any action. It was kind of like, whoop, whoop, whoop. But we started really to go parabolic after 238 days. And then this is when you see the true altcoin season, right? So again, if we just use the information that we have in front of us, right? Technically, this is what I'm seeing happening. You can see we always go with the sideways or the dump. Then we, get a little bit of action headed into after the halving cycle, but not much, just small rallies. That's kind of like sucking people in. But literally, if we use the same bars, right? 32 bars, that would be 224 days. That would put us around November 2024, where we actually see the real parabolic halving cycle. Now, why is this making sense, right? You can see that this just really just looks like a top right here, right? But we didn't have a lot of the bullish catalysts that we have. So again, we can't say this is confirmation because this red candle, and we got to see actually how it closes this week. But this red candle here is not an engulfing red candle, so I can't technically say, hey, well, maybe this is the top because we haven't got confirmation for this candle. But if we close this candle in the red and it's bigger than this green candle, I would start saying the history is going to repeat itself. So again, if we trade 224 days, 32 bars, that would literally put us right here in November. Now, why does this make sense to me? If we go to the catalyst, right? Number one, ETF. We know the ETF it's a 90% chance of the ETFs. They can try to come up with these crypto rules. They could do this. They could do this. BlackRock even said, hey, calling Bitcoin a security right now would be terrible for the U.S., right? It'll put us behind years in technology. So BlackRock, they're kind of like pushing for this thing to happen. And when we say ETFs, we're not just talking about Bitcoin. We're talking about possibly Ethereum as well. We also got to put into perspective a Fed cut. I told you guys how the market started to price in a Fed cut by March, maybe May. We don't have a federal meeting in April, which again is bullish because we're having a halving cycle in April. No FOMC meeting until May. So the eggs are lining up. The halving. The halving is somewhere around April, somewhere in April. So we got the halving. So I would say this would be the order that it would happen, right? ETF, Fed cut, halving, unless the Fed cut happens in May and not March, right? Because it's a 50-50 chance it happened in March. Then maybe they take that month off and they do it in May. I can see that happening because that's usually how they do, right? They want to play with us and, hold, just like what they're doing at ETFs, right? Push it back, push it back, push it at, just bullshit, right? 3, halving. We talked about that. And 4, Bitcoin president, right? Election time. So these are the 4 catalysts, right? Where it's really, really hard not to be bullish right now when you see these catalysts literally lining up. It's like the perfect setup is upon us. But I don't want people to get wrecked now being impatient. Now, why are you saying this, Millie? Because the problem that I'm seeing right now in the cryptocurrency space is that no one has patience. Everybody is buying the dip here. In my opinion, you're buying the dip too early. You probably should be buying the dip here. You get what I'm saying, family? So it's like, again, Kobe said it all the time, even in playing basketball. It's like, instead of forcing it, let the game come to you. Trust me, I got a pretty big group now. My Discord is growing. Patreon is growing. And I see a lot of people forcing it, man. Forcing it. Not accounting for the volatility that we may have. Not accounting for if the ETFs don't get approved. Not accounting for if we get, you know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of degen stuff happening in the market, and I think this correction is healthy. We needed this correction, but a lot of people are not paying attention that we're extremely overbought here. You can see the last time we stayed up here for 77 days. Technically, we've been overbought for 56 days. So, I mean, if you want to say, hey, we got 20 more days until this thing actually comes down, right? 56 days, right? So, let's say somewhere around here, January, we should see the dip starting, right? Somewhere around January, we should see this dip starting because, I mean, people made massive profits from June 2022 to now. Even me looking at my portfolio, and that's why I did that tweet to you guys the other day about realization and stop living in fantasy world. Like, you sitting here with thousands, 10,000s, 20,000s of dollars in your account, like acting like, oh, it's nothing, we're just gonna keep going up. That mentality will get you wrecked. The biggest thing that helps you win in cryptocurrency is perseverance, the ability to always have dry power whenever an opportunity approaches. Okay, so y'all let me know what y'all think. When do you think the bull run is going to happen? Again, for the back testers, I put it into perspective. This is the other chart. This is the true, in my opinion, the true altcoin chart. I'm just letting you guys know what I'm doing. I'm preparing wisely, but getting rich in crypto is not about to be this easy. I know it's not about to be this easy. So let the word to the wise be sufficient. It's your boy Crypto Millie. I'll see you in the next one.